If you are thinking about starting your own beauty business, then this video is for you. I'm going to talk about things that really worked for me personally, and then mistakes that I may have made that I've learned from, and I'm hoping that it's going to help you if you're thinking about starting your own beauty business. Before I get into the video, I first want to talk about these new jewellery pieces that I got from Ana Luisa. I've spoken about Ana Luisa before on my channel. Their jewellery is just so unique, really good quality, and the shade of gold is that perfect shade of gold. It's not too yellow. It looks really chic. Whenever I try and choose pieces on their website, it is really difficult to choose because they are all so beautiful. But I'm going to share these new pieces that I've chosen today. The first piece is the violet necklace. It's very dainty, very beautiful, and it definitely stands out despite how dainty it is because of the shape of it. It comes down towards your chest, it comes down to a point, and then it's long at the bottom. So if you're wearing a plunge top or a top that has an open collar, it looks really beautiful. The next piece is the Hayden necklace, and this piece is very unique as well because it's not a typical gold chain. It's got really interesting links to it. It's got like circles and then dots where it's linking. This is more of a daily piece, and I have a feeling I'm going to wear this chain a lot. The next piece is the Aspen necklace. This is like a paperclip style necklace. It's really chunky, and although I love dainty pieces, and so far whenever I've chosen pieces from Ana Luisa, they are typically the dainty style, I really wanted a chunkier piece to layer up my necklaces with, so I chose this one and it is perfect. I'm now going to show you this rope pave ring. This is like the rope style ring, but it's got some diamonds woven into the rope, and it looks beautiful. It definitely shimmers and stands out. This time of year they have amazing discounts on their website, and at the moment they have the buy one get one 50% off discount. I'm going to show you, I've got so many pieces, but I think the piece that I wear the most, where is it? If you are really stuck in picking a gift, if you go to their personalised necklaces, personalised jewellery pieces section, there's the letter necklace, which will be an amazing personalised gift. You can check out my description box below. I've got the link in there, and that will take you straight to the website. If you miss any of the sales for whatever reason, you can also use my discount code, which will give you 20% off. So yeah, go check them out. So jumping back into the video, the first thing that I've learned since starting my own business is how difficult it is for me to keep up with text messages, DMs, emails, phone calls, all of that, and being a beauty therapist and being a manager and doing stock check. It's a lot on my plate. And one thing that really helped me is having my own booking system where people can book any beauty treatments online. I knew I wanted to do this from the start, but because of financial situations I couldn't do it from the start. I finally have a booking system, and I personally went with Treatwell because they can also find me new customers. A lot of the salons that I've worked at before used to use Treatwell, so I was familiar with it. Yeah, the salons that use Treatwell were pretty much relying on it as like to keep the business going. Like, it was really good. I remember all of the customers were Treatwell. It has not only saved time because they're finding me customers, but it's also saved time because customers can go on Treatwell, they can see my prices, they can see when I'm available, and they can just book it straight online. Instead of going back and forth with DMs, text messages, emails, it's just reduced the amount of admin that I have to do by having a booking system, and it's increased my business by having Treatwell in particular because they can find me new customers. Is it something that I've learned? I guess I knew it was going to be amazing, I just couldn't afford to get it at the start. But I think if I was to go back, I would have somehow found a way to afford it because they're finding me new customers. So instead of sitting in the salon earning no money, Treatwell could have found me a customer where I'm earning some money. Do you know what I mean? Another thing that I've learned which leads on from my first one about Treatwell, is ever since I've had Treatwell, I feel like people are now taking me seriously. And what I mean by this is because I'm taking their name and their phone number and they're being booked into a system, it's a proper appointment, they are getting text reminders, email reminders, I'm being taken more seriously. I feel like I've had less cancellations, definitely felt like it's made it a little bit more serious and legit. Okay, the next thing I learned, oh my god, this is so funny. So I have two phones. One is my personal, my other phone is my business phone. I have a separate phone number and that phone is with giffgaff. I love giffgaff, it's very affordable, it's flexible, it's great. If any of you know, with giffgaff, if you ever try and get through to me and it goes to voicemail, it's the giffgaff guy that talks. Two of my customers, they're elderly, they tried to get through to me and they heard the giffgaff guy in my voicemail, and when they eventually came in for their appointment, they were like, I thought you worked on your own. And I was like, yeah, I do. And then they were like, but who was that guy on your voicemail? And I was like, that's the giffgaff guy. And they're like, what? I thought it was so funny. And then one of my clients, she was like, is your husband from Yorkshire? And I was like, no, why? And she was like, because he's the one who left, he's the one who's talking on your phone. He's got an accent. That's not my husband. That's the giffgaff guy. That's the voicemail machine voice person thing. Anyway, after two elderly clients had this situation with me and they were almost like really confused and a little bit scared that they got the wrong number, I thought, right, I need to create my own voicemail message. So I did that. So far I haven't had anybody who's confused, and anyone who leaves a voicemail knows exactly what to do because I instruct them. I tell them my opening hours, because I'm closed on Sundays and Mondays. I still get phone calls and people are like, I tried to call and you didn't answer, and I'm like, because I was closed. But anyway, that voicemail option has been great. I don't know if I put this on my list, but I just thought of something else. I also have WhatsApp Business and I've been using the features on there, and that's been helpful as well. So you can put opening hours, you can put a greeting message if you want. One thing that I do if I go away on holiday, again, because I'm on my own, it's quite difficult when I go on holiday, but what I've done is if someone ever texts me, they will straight away get an automated message that I will write before I go on holiday beforehand. And I will write, you know, you've reached Harmless Beauty, I'm away on holiday right now, I'll be back on this date and get back to you, blah, 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 blah. I also do that with my voicemail. If I'm ever going on holiday, I will do like a temporary voicemail or just change my voicemail note and mention that I am away and when I will be back. So that's been very helpful. Okay, another thing that I've sort of learned, if I'm with a client, I need to lock the front door so the customer can't even come in because I'll be downstairs in my room. But what I've been doing now is I've been adding buffer time. This is something that the first salon I used to work at, they used to call it buffer time. It's just enough time to really prepare myself where I can finish that client, I can take their payment, I can send them, you know, say bye, go downstairs, clean the room, sort myself out, prepare for my next one, go upstairs, and then be ready to unlock the door, you know, and greet my next client. I still put a sign on the door saying, I'm with a client right now, blah, 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 on the front door so that they know that I am in, even though the door's locked. I am in, I'm just with a customer finishing my last one, just in case they come early. But I now add a lot of buffer time in between my clients so that my day isn't all over the place and my clients aren't confused when they come to the door and it's locked, and just so it's a nicer experience for my clients and a nicer experience for me as well. Some people don't like the idea of this. Some salons that I've worked at don't like the idea of this because every 15 minutes, if you collect it all, you could have earned more money. But as I said, because I'm on my own, I really need that buffer time, and it definitely has made a difference in making my appointments go a little bit smoother. The next thing that I learned, and it was quite a tough lesson, sometimes bookings can be made by mistake. Sometimes clients can book certain things incorrectly because they don't know. So with my electrolysis clients, if you have never had electrolysis done by me and you're my new client, you've never had electrolysis done with me, you have to book a consultation. It is compulsory and it's something that you pay for. It's a paid consultation. And the appointment can take up to an hour. I go into detail with this consultation and I do a patch test as well. I've felt like I made it very clear on my Treat Well section where I put consultation, I put electrolysis 15 minutes, electrolysis 30 minutes, electrolysis 60 minutes, and when you click on a treatment it has a description that I've written, and I always wrote, you have to book a consultation if it's your first time with me, it's compulsory, blah 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 blah. I felt like I described it very well, but people would not see that description and just book in the treatment straight away when they haven't had a consultation yet. So that was something that I saw was happening, so I had to take electrolysis off Treat Well and just have the consultation on there, which adds to my admin work because I have to personally book my electrolysis clients in. I see some salons provide it, they don't do consultations. Where I used to work, we didn't do consultations, but I've realised that when I do a consultation and I know my clients inside out, initially when I do the consultation I give so much information, the customer knows exactly what to expect, they know exactly what they're having done. There's just so many benefits to having a consultation. I knew I didn't want to get rid of it personally, but yeah, this is something that I learned where customers can possibly book things wrong and it can cause some issues, and this was one thing that I came across, but I managed to sort it out this way. The next thing that I learned is how e-filing is a game changer. Customers of mine have said that their shellac gel polish, it lasts very, very well. And I've noticed ever since I've been doing e-filing, when I'm really getting into the corners, I'm getting rid of any dead cuticle that could possibly cause lifting, it has been a game changer for getting a really smooth finish and long-lasting gel polish manicures. And I wish that I got into it sooner. And by the way, I recently tried the Willow e-file bits. I didn't think that there would be that much of a difference, but I was really curious and I am obsessed. Like, there is definitely a difference with how well those bits perform. Another thing that I've learned is how Biab Builder Gel has been a game changer as well. There are just certain customers of mine that don't get along with gel polish. It just doesn't seem to last, it chips, or their nails are so incredibly thin, they break a nail all the time, or just something just doesn't go right. And ever since I've been doing Biab, it has been a game changer for a lot of my clients. Their gel polish doesn't chip, it's much longer lasting. If they have really thin nails, their nails feel a lot stronger. They don't break their nails, they can grow it longer than they have ever grown it before. Amazing. Okay, another thing that I've learned, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but spend your money on the good quality machines, please. I was watching a lot of YouTube videos by nail techs, and there's this UV lamp that a lot of them were using, and I don't know if it was a coincidence, I don't think it was, but ever since I bought this UV lamp that all these nail techs were using, brought it into the salon, and then I got 2 clients say that their nails chipped. I put it down to the lamp. I thought, well, the lamp is the only thing that I changed. The lamp is the only thing that could have possibly not cured it properly and caused chipping. So I brought the lamp home and I brought it here. Now the only reason I wanted to get a new lamp, obviously there's this thing, another thing that I learned, which is don't fix something that isn't broken. But my lamp, it doesn't have the 90-second low temperature mode on it. It's a very, very, very old OPI lamp, and it's amazing. Even though it's old, it cures properly. And when I use Biab with this OPI lamp, it gets hot. People are getting heat spikes. That's why I was looking into it. I should have bought the Glitterbells lamp, but I thought, oh, well, all of these nail techs are talking about this lamp and it's only £40. The Glitterbells lamp is over 100. So I thought, let me buy it, but I can't get this lamp to work. I thought, let me give it another chance, and I found myself a model did it on her. It cured the biab perfectly, there were no heat spikes, but when I went to cure the gel, for some reason it didn't cure the gel polish. How comes it cured the biab but it didn't cure the colour? I was really frustrated, and I didn't use that lamp again. Yeah, so instead of wasting money on cheaper machines, just use that money, because I bought 2 other lamps. I bought this pink one, I bought this silver white roundish one. That's 80 quid that I could have used towards glitter bells lamp. Added a bit more money on top and then had no problems. So yeah, it's better to save your coin and put it towards better machines, better equipment, better products, because it won't be a waste of money. Okay, so the final thing that I learned is how to deal with bad reviews. So I got my first bad review. Well, I've had bad reviews in other salons that I've worked at before, but it was my first one when I've started my own business and it's to do with my own business. I've obviously dealt with bad reviews and complaints many times in the past in other salons, and I didn't take it too personally when I was in another salon for some reason. But now that it's my own business, I did take it a little bit more personally. I mean, I couldn't really help it. I didn't respond straight away. I gave myself some time to sort of calm down, reflect. Because one thing that this is like a secret hobby of mine. Not a hobby, I don't do it all the time, but I do sometimes when I'm bored. If I'm ever reading a review of a particular salon or a particular place, when I'm reading the bad ones, some of them are really funny, and the response that the actual company gives, sometimes it can be really unprofessional, and I can't help but laugh. There's this one salon, the woman was complaining about the manager. She said that the manager was trying to get this lady to leave when her nails weren't dry yet because he needed to go fishing. And then his response, the manager's response to this lady was, "You still owe us £1." He said a lot more things. The whole message was unprofessional. You got a laugh at that, like what? So one thing that I've seen, when a company responds in a very unprofessional way, I judge the company. But if the company responds in a very professional way, even though it's a bad review, I would still be happy to go there and try them out. So I knew that my response to this bad review had to be worded in a particular way so that when people see it, at least they'll give me another chance. So I dealt with this complaint the way I personally wanted to deal with it. Even if that review doesn't get deleted, so even if I've solved it and the review still sits there, at least I know within myself that I have solved it, because I was sitting there at night thinking, am I shit? Am I going to be able to solve this? Am I the bad one? You know, just constantly thinking. But because I dealt with it, I personally offered to redo. So it was a lash lift that didn't go well. But anyway, I redid the lash lift. I offered to do the lash lift again, and it went well. I have pictures and I can see that it is definitely a much better lift, and I just know within myself, like, I can sleep at night now. Even if that review is still there, I can sleep at night because I know that I redid that treatment. The customer was definitely happy this time, and I know now, I try to remember to do this after each customer. I say, if there are any issues, call me. Okay, any problems at all, call me. I want them to know that I'm happy to fix any problems, and yeah, it's something that I need to remember to do after each client. Another thing when it comes to bad reviews, with me personally, my regular customers is the thing that I am grateful for the most. I feel like the customers that constantly return and return and return, and they are not going to go to anybody else, I just kind of remember them and I think, right, it's fine, they know I'm good, they're happy with my treatment, it's fine. Also need to remind myself, it's something that I experienced my whole life, especially in the beauty business, not everyone is gonna like your work, not everyone is gonna like you. Some people are gonna love you and some people aren't. That's just life. Sort it out professionally. Have a thick skin. If they come back, they come back. If they don't, they don't. At least I know that I did my best and what I could do, and that's it. That's that. So those are all of the things that I've learned since starting my own new beauty business. I hope that these tips were helpful. If you are a beauty business owner or any business owner and you feel like you know certain tips that might help, comment them down below. Also remember to check out Ana Luisa. Christmas is coming. Get those presents wrapped. Check out their sale. Buy one, get one 50% off. You can do 2 gifts in one shop or 4 gifts in one shop. Look at all of these pieces that I've shared for you. I've given you loads of different options. There are so many more beautiful designs on their website. If you're not into gold, they've got silver as well. Oh my god, there's this rope bracelet, which is my most worn bracelet. So simple, but my most worn bracelet. They have this in gold and they have it in silver. Check it out. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you again.